You were with John Rahm during the first and second rounds at the Memorial. Like, what was your reaction when you heard after the third round that John Rahm, there was contact tracing and he had tested positive?
I knew I was privy of this information because I kind of made it my business. He had something happen in the beginning of the week, and we didn't really know sort of what was going on. I was asked to switch times with him for the pro-am, and then so I kind of probed. And then I asked him. I saw him on the range, and I go, why'd you want me to switch times with you? Like, what does anyone have to do at 7 a.m? You know what I mean? And so he told me he's in contact tracing
Oh, boy.
on Wednesday. And so knowing that, my cat and I tried to sort of keep our distance, knowing I got COVID in December from my girl, and she got it on a Monday and I got it on a Thursday morning. So I was kind of, just from my own experience, not that I was, expecting him to get it, but, I think maybe, deep down, he knew there may have been a chance. So probably the worst, it's so brutal. I think, with this whole COVID thing happening, this is like the worst thing that could probably happen. Obviously he knew that he may get it. So he kind of had a little bit of a heads up versus, completely being blindsided. But it's hard to win a golf tournament on Saturday, and he kind of did. And so for him to sort of deal with that is really shitty, and it's unfortunate, but they stuck to their rules, and unfortunately that's what it was.
Could they have done something if I put this to a vote with the players for John to be able to play on Sunday? If he went out by himself,
Sure.
would do you think the tour would have had a problem with that?
Yes, because Brandon Grace was leading a tournament. I think it was the Barracuda after 2 rounds, and
Yeah.
he had to play really well to qualify for a major championship, and he was leading after 2 or 3 rounds, and the same thing, he had to pull out. So for that reason alone, I think the tour would have, obviously players like, hey man, like, you want to go out and shoot 18 under on a course that guys are having a hard time breaking par and win this thing by 1,000,000. Like, my hat's off to you. Like, that's what I was trying to do. And so I think if it was a player vote, we'd just be like, yeah, it's just, like, let the guy do his thing. Like, he clearly deserves it. But the tour had to sort of, watch their own back there.
I felt terrible for him to be told in the manner that he was, Xander. Like,
I thought that's like the most unprofessional thing, in all honesty. That was pretty gross. I think, his caddy Adam is really protective over him, and he does a really good job. So he was trying to get the cameras out of the way, but to have a camera on him, and that's just, come on, guys. Like, let him go. We have green tarp up by the scoring tent. Like, tell him somewhere else. You don't got to make this a freaking televised deal. You know what I mean?
And I felt bad. Jim Nantz and Nick Faldo had no idea what was happening. So I'm watching the broadcast, and you see John almost go to his knees. He's emotional.
Oh gosh, yeah. No, when someone sees that, they're thinking, worse things potentially. You know what I mean? More tragic things.
Family,
So,
yeah,
family related, right? He just had
a baby.
his
Yep.
newborn, and so of course, it's gonna them doing this on the 18th hole in public makes it much worse, and I'm sure they're getting some heat for this, as they should.